Good day everyone, my name is Limpiado Chris Jean and I am the leader of Group 2. It is my immense delight to present our analysis on the assigned literary pieces. And before I proceed to the presentation proper, let me introduce to you my groupmates, who have been very reliable and active since day one. Namely, Ederod Lea Joy, Haspig Gian, Pontilia Eileen, Laoyag Vivian, Macarulay Lady Mayor, Malina Regime, and Mante Erica Joy. Malolos by Luis G. Dato. The town is quiet, the houses still, and the dark house of God, the heroes slumber up the hill. And in my heart their blood, again I see a gay procession, and men in bright attire, 100 delegates in session, and soldiers in the mire. Malolos once ye rent asunder, a striding tyrant's heels. A day as this that sees us thunder down you with iron wheels. After a thorough discussion and review of the literary piece, we concluded that the poem suggests that it was written through the inspiration of one of the most spectacular historical events in our country. In 1898, the inauguration of the Revolutionary Congress in Bersuing Church in Malolos, Bulacan transpired. The former Philippine President Emilio Aguinaldo presided over the opening session of the said assembly. During this momentous event, as indicated in the poem, the whole Malolos was quiet and still in anticipation. They witnessed the gay procession of men and delegates in bright attires, while the soldiers were situated in a mire that stirred the hearts of the spectators. The soldiers were fresh from the mock battle of Manila that resulted in the end of Spanish invasion and Spanish-American War. Consequently, this poem entitled Malolos, as this is where the first Philippine Republic took place, it particularizes the courage of our early Filipino fellow men to rend asunder despite the hardships. It highlights how we fought for independence as we are highly capable to govern ourselves as an independent nation.
The significant event of the Malolos by Luis Dato, the inauguration of the Revolutionary Congress in Bersuing, Malolos. Here are the supporting lines coming from the piece. Again, I see a gay procession, and men in bright attire, 100 delegates in session, and soldiers in the mire. The supporting lines tackle all about the independence of the Filipino in the hands of foreign people. Because there is a lot of country that would like to colonize us. One of this country is the Spain and America. Aguinaldo believed that one day, Philippines will have an independence. In May 19, 1898, Aguinaldo went back to Manila and declared Philippine independence on June 12. After declaring the independence of the Philippines, they have a procession in which, embodied to each and every one, where they gain victory in independence in the hands of foreign people.
From the literary piece entitled Malolos by Luis G. Dato, in the following supporting lines, the town is quiet, the house still, and the dark house of God, the heroes slumber up the hill, and in my heart their blood. We concluded that the character traits and values of the poem Malolos is dejection, or lowness of spirits. Though it was one of the most notable events in our country, the people were really tired as they were fresh from the battle against General Otis, offensive force to pursue operations against Aguinaldo's forces north of Manila.
Literacy devices. Flashback. The peaks events that have already occurred either before the present time or before the time at which the narration takes place. This device is often used to get the reader more background information and details about the specific characters, events, plots, points, or so on. Supporting lines coming from the piece: Malolos once you rent asunder, as striding tyrant heels, as this that sees us thunder, down you will iron wheels. Imagery with rhyme scheme is when an author describes as a scene, thing, or idea so that appeals to our senses, taste, smell, sight, touch, or hearing. This device is often used to help reader clearly visualize parts of the story by creating a strong mental picture. Supporting lines coming from the piece: the town is quiet, the house is still, in the dark house of God, and the hero slumbers up the hill. And in my heart their blood. Enemy is when a related word or phrase is substituted for the actual thing to which is referring. This device is usually used for poetic or rhetorical effect. Supporting lines coming from the piece: the heroes slumbers up the hill, and in my heart their blood. A day as this that sees us thunder down with you iron wheels.
San Juan Bridge by Luis G. Datu. A shot the night's centurial stillness tore. The sleeping river startled from repose. A flash, then darkness, but from darkness rose shouts that would echo far over passing shore. The fateful winds swift wandering bore voices and wails, a last lament, a groan. A soldier's cry became the plain with gore. The river flew, a narrow water span, but cleaving friends, late comrades into two, and tinged with flood adown its channel run, while rifles barked and trumpets blared and blew. And armies met in combat man to man, raising to God the grievance of their woe. The poem is based on the San Juan Bridge incident when a group of engineers were arrested by Filipino troops. It was the beginning of the Filipino-American War. From the literary piece, it was vividly described how the incident startled the Filipino residents in the area. It seemed that they did not anticipate such an event because it was, as portrayed in the poem, a peaceful and solitary night. After hearing the multiple gunshots, people were shouting and trembling with dread. The soldier's cry was even narrated in a horrifying manner. It was one of the most bloody wars in Philippine history, and what makes it more painful and unpleasant to recount was the lamentations of the victims.
The significant event of San Juan Bridge by Luis Dato is San Juan Bridge near the Pasig Shore incident, the root of Filipino-American War. This is actually what we call the Philippine-American War. Supporting lines coming from the piece: shouts that would echo far over Pasig Shore, the fateful wind swift wandering bore, voices and wails and last lament a groan. A soldier's cry became the plain with gore. In these lines, the important event happened in the past is that there's one Filipino soldier that was trying to cross the line of Americans, and Americans shoot and kill him. And it is clear that the Filipino soldier shows their dedication and devotion to our country, which is the Philippines.
From the literary piece entitled San Juan Bridge by Luis G. Dato, in the following supporting lines: voices and wails, a last lament, a groan, a soldier's cry because the plain with gore, raising to God the grievance of their woe. We concluded that the character traits and values of the poem San Juan Bridge is affliction. So why affliction? Evidently, the residents near the area and the soldiers were suffering and distressed. It was indeed a misfortune, as it was vividly described how the incident startled our late Filipino folks, especially because they did not anticipate such an event.
So, there are three literary devices we use in the poem entitled San Juan Bridge. So, first literary device is anthropomorphism. This is a literary device which occurs when something non-human, such as an animal, place, or inanimate object behaves in a human-like way. Anthropomorphism because there are some lines in the poem itself which we can identify it as an anthropomorphism. These are the lines coming from the piece. While rifles bark and trumpets blared and blew, and armies met in combat man to man, raising to God the true grievance of their woe. So next literary device is metaphor. Metaphor when ideas, actions, or objects are described in non-literal terms. In short, it's when an author compares one thing to another. The two things described usually share something in common and are unlike in all other respects. It is metaphor because there are lines in the piece itself which is described object or compares into the other. These are the supporting lines coming from the piece. Voices and wheels, a last lament, a groan, a soldier's cry become the plain with gore. Next is the last literary device is allegory. Allegory is used to represent a more general message about real-life historical issues and or events. It's allegory because the poem entitled San Juan Bridge is based on a real-life event or history here in our country. This is the supporting lines coming from the piece. The poem itself is an allegory as it represents one of the historic events that transpired in our country during the year 1898.
And Manila Bay by Fernando M. Maramag. A light, serene, ethereal glory rests, its beams effulgent on each crestling wave. The silver touches of the moonlight lave the deep bare bosom that the breeze molests, while lingering whispers deepen as the wavy crests roll with weird rhythm, now gay, now gently grave, and floods of lambent light appear the sea to pave, all cast a spell that heeds not time's behests. Not always such the scene, the din of fight has swelled the murmur of the peaceful air. Here east and west have oft displayed their might. Dark battle clouds have dimmed the scene so fair. Here bold Olympia, one historic night, presaging freedom, claimed a papal's care. The literary piece depicts the Manila Bay battle that was considered as the first engagements of the Spanish-American War. It says that the bay's ambience was so peaceful that even the moonlight radiates in the still waters of the bay. The residents in the area were living a life in utter contentment and peacefulness. However, a war broke out and the once peaceful place became a din of battle. Filipinos showed bravery through helping the Americans fight against the Spaniards. However, it resulted in the fall of the Philippines and contributed to the final U.S. victory in the Spanish-American War. The term Olympia, on the other hand, refers to the Americans as they are said to be the one who fought for our country's independence from Spanish colonization. The poem is also about the way our country was like before the American intrusion.
Significant event of Moonlight in Manila Bay. Battle of Manila Bay, Spanish-American War. The Battle of Manila Bay, also known as the Battle of Cavite, took place on May 1, 1898, during the Spanish-American War.
The poem reflects the emotion of the persona who can be concluded in the first few lines of the poem. It is the most likely describing how the Manila Bay looks like during nighttime.
This is the literary devices of Moonlight and Manila Bay. So the first one is allegory. So allegory is used to represent a more general message about real life, historical issues, and or events. An allegory is a story in which the characters and events are symbols that stand for ideas about human life or for a political or historical situation. So, in the right side, this is the supporting lines coming from the piece. The poem itself is an allegory as it represents one of the historic events that transpired in our country during the Spanish-American War. This is the literary devices of Moonlight and Manila Bay. So the first one is allegory. So allegory is used to represent a more general message about real life, historical issues, and or events.